Hey NoteTakers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in and welcome back. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I hope you enjoy the videos because we have fun this side. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you aren't a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button to join in on the fun. Don't be shy. Alrighty, let's get into some current affairs. So for this video, I'll be briefly going through the Public Protector's Advisor Report. The report deals with the allegations of maladministration and systemic deficiencies that affect service delivery at Tembisa Hospital by the Gauteng Department of Health. So the advisor report deals with certain sections of the National Health Act and certain sections of the Constitution. So basically, the advisory report is basically about how the department failed Tembisa Hospital. I will also share my thoughts on the 2 billion corruption mess at Tembisa Hospital, and then some closing remarks. Before I start going through the report, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. We're on the road to 450 subscribers, so feel free to subscribe. So this video will go under the RIA Currently playlist. If you go to my channel, I have different playlists. So under the RIA Currently playlist, it's basically just videos that I make where I go through current affairs, like stuff that's happening in the news or news that is currently being talked about. So these are the videos under the playlist, so feel free to watch my videos under this playlist. So I'm just gonna jump right into the advisory report. So this is the heading of the report, as I said at the beginning of the video. It's an investigation into allegations of maladministration and systemic deficiencies affecting service delivery at Tembisa Hospital. So we're going to start with paragraph 1.2, which basically says the report communicates the public protector's findings regarding an investigation into allegations of maladministration and systemic deficiencies affecting service delivery at Tembisa Hospital by the Gauteng Department of Health. So I feel like paragraph 1.2 just explains what the advisory report is about. Alrighty, then we move on to section or paragraph 1.4. Paragraph 1.4 just explains to us the role of the public protector as an office. It says the office is enjoined to actively discover the truth and to protect the public. As we know, the public protector is often referred to as a Chapter 9 institution. Basically, a Chapter 9 institution, it's independent, impartial, and it is to perform its functions without fear, favor, or prejudice. So let's just look at the definition of Chapter 9 institutions according to the Constitution. So in the Constitution, Chapter 9, it's titled State Institutions Supporting Constitutional Democracy. So the public protector is one of 6 institutions. So section 181A to F of the Constitution lists Chapter 9 institutions. We have the Public Protector, South African Human Rights Commission, Commission for the Promotion and Protection of the Rights of Cultural, Religious, and Linguistic Communities, the Commission for Gender Equality, the Auditor General, and the Electoral Commission. So if ever you hear someone say Chapter 9 institutions or whatever, they are referring to these. So if we look at section 182(1) A to C, it lays out the functions of the public protector. So as we see here, the public protector has the power to investigate any conduct in state affairs or in the public administration in any sphere of government that is alleged or suspected to be improper. B, the public protector has the power to report on that conduct. And C, the public protector has the power to take appropriate remedial action. So that is the reason the public protector made a report, because it's their function. So let's examine the background of this advisory report. So the public protector made an unannounced visit to Tembisa Hospital in 2019, and during this unannounced visit, the public protector made some observations. Certain issues and complaints were made, and I will be focusing on some of these complaints. So the complaints I'll be focusing on are the absence of a TB ward, cleaners, linen issues, medicine, and hospital beds. So let's start with the TB wards, which is found in paragraph 3.1.1. So this is a complaint about Tembisa Hospital not having a dedicated TB ward. So paragraph 3.1.1 reads, Tembisa Hospital does not have a dedicated TB ward, and not having one has the potential to result in cross-infection. Instead of the hospital admitting TB-infected patients, they just give the patients medication and allow them to go home and take TB medication unsupervised, which is quite dangerous. Like, TB patients are a bit susceptible to germs or whatever. Their systems aren't strong, so just allowing them to go home and take medication unsupervised is quite irresponsible. Then move on to section 3.1, paragraph 3.1.2, which is really disturbing to me. I think maybe because of my OCD. Paragraph 3.1.2 says the medical wards only have one cleaner, and the department is not assisting the hospital with additional cleaners. Medical wards not being cleaned for the duration of the cleaner's absence. So basically, the medical ward only has one cleaner, and there are however many patients. That's not really safe. Then this part says at some stage 29 cleaners were off sick and there were no temporary replacements. So first of all, why are they 29 cleaners off sick? If 29 cleaners are off sick, it probably puts strains on the other cleaners. So that's quite problematic, because you're working in a hospital, it has to be cleaned because there's so many germs. So I think the department not providing the hospital with additional cleaners is incredibly irresponsible and dangerous and not safe, because we're dealing with the most vulnerable people, sick people. Okay, the linen issues are addressed in 3.1.3, which says there is general shortage of clean linen at Tembisa Hospital. So because there's a shortage of clean linen, patients then bring their own linen from home, and that compromises the health and hygiene of other patients. I agree, because bringing anything from home in a hospital, it isn't advised because germs and whatnot. But also, I understand why the patients did what they did, because they had no choice. The hospital wasn't providing them with linen, clean linen. So again, the department wasn't helping. Okay, paragraph 3.1.4 speaks about the delay by the department to deliver medicine to Tembisa Hospital, which is it's really sad, because sick people need medication. So I don't understand why there was a delay from the department. It's really, really unfortunate. 3.1.5 speaks to the issue of hospital beds. It reads there is a shortage of normal beds and resuscitation beds at the hospital. So there's a shortage of normal beds, so mortuary beds are used, and mortuary beds aren't safe for patients, actually dangerous. So now that we've gone through the complaints, the absence of a TB ward, linen, cleaners, medicine, and the beds, let's examine each complaint a bit more. So we're going to start with the absence of a TB ward. As we see in 6.1 of the report, regarding whether there is no dedicated TB ward at Tembisa Hospital, and whether TB infected patients are placed in the general wards together with non-infected patients. So as we know, section 27(1)(a) of the Constitution states everyone has the right to have access to healthcare services. Paragraph 6.1.33 echoes section 27(2) of the Constitution. So paragraph 6.1.33 says, the Constitution requires the state to take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources to ensure the realization of the right to health care. And we know that the Constitution is the most supreme when it comes to the law. So I feel like this right wasn't realized. The department wasn't taking reasonable legislative or other measures. If anything, they took no measures, which is quite sad. Then we look at paragraph 6.1.34, which says the department must provide health care in line with the resources constraints without decreasing the value of health care provided to everyone. The fact that TB-infected patients are placed amongst non-infected patients defeats the very purpose of the Tembisa Hospital, in that the institution should be protecting all its patients. So basically, paragraph 6.1.34 is speaking to how it is the department's job to provide health care without decreasing the value of health care. Placing TB-infected patients and non-infected TB patients in the same ward is dangerous, and that Tembisa Hospital wasn't protecting its patients. In my opinion, the department truly failed in taking reasonable measures to protect patients. Okay, so if we look at the National Health Act, it defines what a communicable disease is and what a non-communicable disease is. So a communicable disease is a disease resulting from an infection due to pathogenic agents or toxins generated by the infection following the direct or indirect transmission of the agents from the source to the host. And then a non-communicable disease is a disease that cannot be contracted from another person. TB is a communicable disease. So if you put TB patients and non-infected TB patients, it's quite problematic because you pose the risk of infection, which means you're not protecting your patients. So, paragraph 6.1.44 says, the department and Tembisa Hospital do not maintain the appropriate conditions for the delivery of healthcare services. Furthermore, the required TB standards and prevention and control measures are not maintained because Tembisa Hospital places TB-infected patients together with non-infected patients, which is quite dangerous. So basically, paragraph 6.1.44, I think the public protector came to the conclusion that the department and Tembisa Hospital are not doing what is necessary to deliver proper healthcare services. So I agree with the public protector's conclusion that the department and Tembisa Hospital are failing their patients. So now that we've looked at the first complaint, the problematic TB ward, the next complaint we'll be looking at is the cleaners. As we see here, regarding whether there is a shortage of cleaners, whether the medical wards have only one cleaner, and whether the department failed to assist Tembisa Hospital with additional cleaners posts when 29 cleaners were off sick and wards were not cleaned. That is incredibly dangerous, not cleaning a ward, because we're in a hospital, like, germs exist. You have to clean it, I guess, even more clean than you would your own house because there are germs. So 6.2, where they say regarding whether there is a shortage of cleaners and so on and so on, they're investigating if these allegations are true. So they're looking, was there a shortage of cleaners? Did the medical ward only have one cleaner? And did the department fail to assist Tembisa Hospital with additional cleaners? So when I was reading 6.2, I was just wondering, why did the department fail to allocate additional cleaners? Because if you work in a health department, surely you must know that you're working with really vulnerable people because they're sick. So wouldn't you want a super clean environment? So that really bothered me. Okay, if we look at paragraph 6.2.27, it says Tembisa Hospital has a duty and an obligation to maintain a safe environment which minimizes the risk of diseases and infections, which I strongly agree with. Your hospital, you're supposed to have a clean, safe environment. Paragraph 6.2.29 says the department and Tembisa Hospital are required to ensure that staff and patients are safe and free from risk. So, if there is a shortage of cleaners, the wards may become unhygienic and unsafe, compromising the health and safety of staff and patients alike. So, what I pick up from this paragraph is that in not cleaning the hospital, not only are you risking the patients, you're also risking the staff. So, again, why didn't the department allocate additional cleaners? It's so bizarre. From reading paragraph 6.2, or just the whole section of 6.2, I just came to the conclusion that the department failed by not providing Tembisa Hospital with cleaners that would clean the hospital and not compromise the health and safety of patients. So by not cleaning, you are risking the safety and health of the public. Okay, the next complaint I'll be looking at is the linen issues. As we start off here, 6.3, regarding whether there's an undue delay by the laundry services to timelessly deliver laundry at Tembisa Hospital. So I think, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Dunswat Professional Laundry Services, they provide laundry services at Tembisa Hospital. So why was there a delay? Paragraph 6.3.3 basically talks about how at Tembisa Hospital there was a shortage of clean laundry. The time used delivery and cleaning of clean linen is non-existent. The patients are bringing in their own linen. By bringing in your own linen, you are compromising the hygiene and cleanliness of patients. So basically 6.3.3 is again what the public protector observed during this unannounced visit. I don't understand why they weren't cleaning the linen. I don't know if I'm being dramatic, but it's a health hazard. When you're sick, you really have to clean whatever you're sleeping with, and not cleaning it, again, compromises the hygiene and cleanliness of patients. Okay, paragraph 6.3.6 is just a picture depicting the Tembisa Hospital linen room for collection and delivery of laundry. I guess it looks organized, but like, why are they not cleaning the linen? It boggles my mind. Okay, then paragraph 6.3.18 says the hospital, this is now Tembisa Hospital, they made several requests to the department with regards to the poor service delivery by the laundry service that they use. Again, patients having to bring their own bedding, which may cause a health risk to other patients. I wouldn't say may, it will cause a health risk, because bringing stuff from the outside isn't really advised at hospital, because again, the germs. Okay, then we move to paragraph 6.3.20. It says the department is expected to safeguard the hospital and sustain a hospital environment which minimizes the risk of disease outbreaks and the transmission of infections to patients. By allowing patients to bring their own bedding, a health risk is created. And again, I understand why the patients would bring their own bedding, because they were provided with dirty linen. It says it can be concluded that the department is responsible for providing an adequate, clean, and constant supply of linen. Patients should be able to expect that linen is changed daily and that an adequate supply of clean linen is available for the comfort and safety of all patients. I think safety is the most important. So for me, just the department truly failed to provide Tembisa Hospital with clean linen, which I feel is just like a simple task when you're running a hospital. Patients need clean linen because you don't want outside stuff coming in. So I just think, again, the department truly failed Tembisa Hospital. The next complaint deals with medicine. As we see here, regarding whether there's a delay to deliver medicines to Tembisa Hospital. This one is especially quite important because, you need medicine to get well. Like, even if you have something as simple as the flu, like you need like cough syrup, sometimes you need antibiotics, or just even like when you get sick with anything, you need medicine. And as a health department, you have to provide hospitals with medicine that the public needs. So I don't understand why there's a delay. So paragraph 6.4.3, they were just summarizing the delay by the departments in delivering medicine to Tembisa Hospital. Why is there delay by the Department of Health? What are they doing? The department failed truly to properly provide Tembisa Hospital with medicine that the patients so desperately need. It's kind of sad. The last complaint deals with the hospital beds. Okay, paragraph 6.5 says regarding whether there's a shortage of normal and resuscitation beds and whether the available beds are too heavy for medical staff to move. Okay, so I'm gonna start at 6.5.1, which just kind of explains the type of beds there are at Tembisa Hospital. Normal medical ward beds, mortuary beds, and stretcher beds. 6.5.2 just speaks to that the hospital is approved to operate on 840 medical beds. Okay, so during the unannounced visit, so this visit was on 21 August 2019. So during this visit, the public protector observed all of this, that there was an absence of a TB ward. Why is there no clean linen? Why is there delay in medication? What's happening? Anyway, so the public protector observed that there was a shortage of normal medical ward and resuscitation beds, and that sometimes the hospital would be utilizing mortuary beds for patients to sleep on. These beds are not safe because the patient could possibly fall off. And I think as a hospital, like, you have to make sure you have the right beds for your patient. Okay, so in paragraph 6.5.14, it showed the different beds. So this is a normal medical ward bed. So I'm assuming the patient would be there. The patient's chart would be there. So that's a normal bed. Then we have a stretcher bed, which I don't think it looks comfortable. And then we have a mortuary bed. I don't know how patients are expected to lie on this mortuary bed, like you could fall. So those are the different types of beds. So reading section 6.5, which dealt with the complaints of the hospital beds, I just wanted to understand, did the department fail in providing Tembisa Hospital with beds? Because Tembisa is allowed to, as it says here, they're approved to operate on 840 medical beds. So I couldn't really come to the conclusion whether the department failed in providing Tembisa Hospital with beds, because they say there's a shortage, and the utilization of mortuary beds. So I'm confused about that. Did the department actually fail in providing Tembisa Hospital with the beds? And what were the recommendations of the Office of the Public Protector? So we start at paragraph 8.1, which says the Office of the Public Protector has completed the systemic intervention investigation on this matter. So they're basically saying, okay, the CEO and the department have to come together to find permanent solutions to build a dedicated TB ward. So I guess it's just a recommendation. I'm not sure if they actually built the TB ward, but this is the recommendation of the public protector. So with regards to the TB ward, building a dedicated TB ward is advisable. And then 8.3, with regards to the cleaners, it says filling of all the vacant, funded and approved 130 positions that have not been filled at Tembisa Hospital to improve the general service delivery at the hospital. So with regards to the cleaners, the office is recommending the department fill these vacant positions. So this is what the public protector recommends. I don't know if the department or Tembisa Hospital actually took heed and took the public protector's advice. I don't think so. Because, and I know everyone has seen all the stuff that has come out in the news. I think this report helped me to sort of see, like, how did things get so devastatingly bad at Tembisa Hospital? And just for me reading this report kind of helped me see that, that there've been problems at the hospital. There's no clean linen, there's a delay of medicines, there's no TB ward, the whole cleaner situation, it's a lot. And it's just so shocking. And I'm sure if you guys haven't watched it, the SIU, that whole press conference that they did, it really opened up my eyes, like truly. this whole web of corruption, this whole Tembisa Hospital web of corruption, it is unfolding daily on the news. It appears that there's new details coming out, people are in court. It's a mess. My thoughts on this, I find what happened at Tembisa Hospital disgusting, disturbing, devastating, deplorable, and damaging. Like when I watched the SIU and the whole, I guess it was press conference, I don't know why I felt this. I felt sick to my stomach. Like, when you feel nauseous, like, I was truly disgusted that this is the country that we live in, that you're using money that's meant for the most vulnerable group of people and you're using it to enrich yourself. Like, I was truly, truly disturbed. I still am. And there's still so many things coming out, like stuff with Kat Matlala, and now I guess Cyril is in it. It's a lot. And I feel like it's been happening for many years. Maybe we weren't paying attention. But yeah, it's sickening, truly. Okay, I just want to play this video. Let's see if it plays. Okay, so that was just a video of Lamborghinis being collected. They were at the house of Maumela. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Angwani Maumela, who apparently had 4 Lamborghinis. Why are you using money meant for a hospital to buy 4 Lamborghinis and a Bentley? I don't understand why. First of all, just having like one car is a lot of work. You have to buy petrol, you have to do the whole service thing, installments, license disc, wash it. It's just a lot of maintenance. And I mean, if you can buy more than one car, good for you. But 4 Lamborghinis, that seems a bit excessive. And a Bentley, like, why? That was the part for me that truly disturbed me. Had Lamborghinis, so much property. I think there was a boat. I don't understand. Like, you're living beyond your means with money meant for the hospital that's meant to help sick people. So that really disturbed me because that money is supposed to help sick people. And now 2 billion is gone. Just like that. Like, I'm truly, truly disturbed. I can't believe that we live in a country that operates like this. Something is happening. But anyway, in reading about this whole Tembisa stuff, I came across Jeff Wicks. He's a journalist, and he really, really investigated this whole Tembisa Hospital thing. And he has a book, because The Shadow State. It looks so interesting. I really wish I could buy it so I can read it, but I'm unemployed and I'm super broke, so I can't buy it. I have such FOMO. But anyone who's read the book, please let me know if it's a good book in the comment section. I just am really curious. So yeah, like I'm truly worried about our country, the state of our country, the state of our nation. That you can be so greedy and take money from the most vulnerable group of people, sick people, money that's meant to help hospital, and you decide to buy lavish cars, lavish lifestyle, and all these syndicates. It's just deplorable and it's sickening, and I like truly, truly hope from the bottom of my heart that these people will be brought to justice. And I'm always watching the news to see the progress, because these people really, truly have to answer for their crimes, because now money is gone, 2 billion is gone, money that was meant to help the hospital. It's disturbing. So I'm just gonna end off by playing a clip of Jeff Wicks. He was on Sizwe Mpofu Walsh's YouTube channel. We're just giving an interview about the whole Tembisa Hospital scandal, about his book. I probably will be posting interesting shorts, but I really, if you have time, like really watch this interview. It's really interesting.
It takes a special kind of psychopath to steal from a public hospital, especially when you've been inside a public hospital and you know the desperate situation faced by so many, and always the poorest of the poor.
Short, but it's really chilling. And he is right. It takes a special kind of person to like take money from poor people. Like, what is wrong with you? Also, like, what happened to shame? You need to shame these people. Why are you buying so many expensive cars with money that isn't yours? So, you need to shame. Shame needs to come back, because we can't live like this anymore. Like, it's disturbing that this is the country we live in. And I truly hope these people are brought to justice. Like, this whole Tembisa Hospital thing really bothers me. If there are any people who live in Tembisa, like, I would like to know, like, what people who live in Tembisa, like, did you guys always know that the hospital was like this? Like, please let me know in the comment section. It's disturbing. But anyway, the corrupt people did what they did. They stole the hospital's money, and now what was in the darkness has truly come into the light, and what has come into the light is disturbing. We can't go on like this as a country, and I truly hope that the corrupt people are brought to justice. If you're a regular viewer, you know I hate littering. My mantra has always been, stop littering. Please stop littering, NoteTakers. We only have one planet. So let's all do better, stop littering, and look after our planet. Don't litter, do better. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I am the CEO/employee/boss, and this channel is my daily bread. It's my job, so help a lady out by subscribing. I'm on the road to 450 subscribers. I hope you guys will stay tuned and that you watch my new videos. In closing, I shall say first, thank you for listening. Second, don't litter, do better. And lastly, see you soon. Thank you so much, note takers. Until next time.